over the past several weeks, we've been giving you some tips about preparing your landscape for winter. And of course, today we want to give you even some more tips because it's really a very important process that you need to keep in mind. And again, there's a lot of neat, simple things that you can do, and we'll go over some of those today. Probably one of the most susceptible plants to winter kill in certain parts of Oklahoma is the rose. And if you remember last spring on Oklahoma Gardening, we had 6 rose plants. 4 of those we lost to the winter kill. Now, a lot of times it's based because the top will die out and below the graft. And remember, most roses are grafted, and if you lose a plant below the graft, it will come back the rootstock, and you're not really sure what that is. So it's most important to protect somehow the graft portion. And one way that we've always been told to do that is to mound up soil during the early part of the winter to help insulate that. But if you are familiar with Oklahoma conditions, you know that we get a lot of wind. A lot of times the rain will wash that soil away, the wind will blow it away. And so, of course, there's some new products now in the market to help in that process. One of those is called Rose Guard, and it's just a winter rose protector. It's just a net mesh that is a nylon, and that you just put it around the rose, and then you fill the inside with compost or soil, and they've got these nice little pins that you can use to try to help protect it and hold it in there a little bit more. So you'll find these in a lot of the garden centers. But we have met a gentleman that's from Pryor, Oklahoma. His name is Mr. Leon Reed, and he and his wife Becky of Becky's Upholstery Shop have been inventing some tree protectors, and they've also developed one for us here for the rose protector as well. And you can see he's got stakes that are on some of the material, and then there's Velcro so you can attach them, and we'll just place those around. And this is for demonstration purposes only. You'll see that our roses aren't really completely dormant yet. Remember, this should be done after the roses are dormant at the earlier part of the winter. And again, that way you don't stimulate any new growth by pruning them. This time of year, if you prune them when we're taping the show here in October, you might get new growth that will be even more susceptible. So remember, it needs to be completely dormant. After we've put that around, we're just going to use some of our compost. And again, this is going to be poured in here, and we're going to use that just to insulate and protect the graft. And we'll fill that up, and then we've got a nice little shield here that will help hold it in there and keep it from washing or blowing away. So again, it's a good practice, especially if you invest a lot of money in some of your roses that are not quite as cold hardy as they should be. Another very important practice this time of year that is often omitted is irrigation or watering. You know, remember a couple of weeks ago we just got an awful lot of rainfall, and it's easy for us to put that behind us, but now we've gone a few weeks without rain. So going into the winter, when plants are under drought condition, they're much more susceptible to winter injury. So don't forget to water the plants going into the fall and during the dry periods of the winter, even if they're dormant. It's real crucial. Also, don't forget to check those faucets and water hoses and make sure you wrap them or take them in for good protection. It's a costly mistake sometimes we forget about. Now, you know, we talk a lot about different products to help us get an earlier start on our growing season in the vegetable garden, like the wall of water and the gallon milk jugs, those types of things. But there's a great product that also is out on the market now called the Greenhouse Umbrella. Not only will it help get an earlier start, but it's big enough that it will also help get a later growing season as well. Think about some of the plants like tomatoes or maybe broccoli or things that you want to prolong from those hard freezes. This is a great product to just go in, and basically it works by just sticking it down over the plant, and it really helps warm it up, and it extends the growing season a lot longer as well. So look for these types of things in the garden centers and your mail order catalogs as well. Now, another problem in the fruit orchard is Sunscald, and on the southwest side, a lot of times you need to paint those with the white latex paint to reflect the sun, especially on newly planted trees. Another way to do that is just protect it with foil to help reflect it, or wrap it up some way to protect from winter injury, but make sure any newly planted trees that don't have a lot of branches for protecting it are also covered this time of year, and it also helps from the rabbits as well. And lastly, don't forget about those chemicals stored out in the garages. Make sure that you get them labeled and you're making sure that they don't freeze during the winter months, and do whatever you need to do to protect the chemicals as well. And hopefully these are some great tips that you'll put to practice to help make your winter months more enjoyable and your landscapes.
We hope you enjoyed this video. It's part of our OK Gardening Classics YouTube channel. You can also find more recent videos on our Oklahoma Gardening YouTube channel. And join us on social media for great gardening tips, photos, and discussion.